guys, welcome back to my channel, The Expanse, Season 5, Episode 10. This is the finale, y'all. This is it. A lot of stuff needs to go down this episode, or I think a lot of stuff is going to go down this episode based on what happened in last episode, Episode 9. So, yeah, I don't really want to talk too long because this is going to be huge, but I'm going to talk because I have a lot of thoughts still after last episode. Mainly in the Amos storyline, it's really interesting to see his character arc and how far he's come in his thought process. Yes, it bit him in the ass last episode. He ended up listening to Peaches and sparing those people, letting them just, saying fuck off and letting them go. Eric fully realizing that he was probably going to take his people, go back, get more people, come back, and kill them, shoot them, take their food. That's what survival is. And that's what Eric was anticipating. Eric and Amos are both, they grew up in an environment where they needed to survive and do things to survive, kill people. So when you got somebody like Peaches who, when she killed people, it wasn't about survival per se, she feels bad about it. She feels very guilty and she's trying to compensate for that. So I guess with Amos, it's almost like he's taking her advice because he doesn't want to be a monster. He doesn't want to think of himself as a monster, and he sure doesn't want anybody else to think of him as a monster. And I think he likes Peaches enough to really care about her opinion enough to influence his actions, and we saw that last episode. So that was pretty cool. Christian also had a couple of really great emotional scenes last episode regarding Arjun. Really good acting on her part. I love her. I think that she... Also, just like Amos, I think that she has come such a long way since the beginning of the show, just her character arc and how much she has changed. Now she's taking more of a backseat approach. I'm sorry if you hear sniffs in the microphone. I have a friend here. She's joining me for this episode. But, yeah, I think she's grown a lot as a character. Amos has grown a lot as a character. And then we have Naomi, who... is in a little bit of a predicament right now. We don't really know how she's going to get out of that. We just know that Marco has a plan in place. And we know that the odds are not favorable towards Naomi right now. Let's just say that. So I'm very nervous for her. Drummer also had an emotional moment last episode when she was talking to that other girl. Again, I'm so sorry, I don't know her name. But the other girl was like, do you love Naomi, or do you love us as much as you loved Naomi? And Kara, Drummer said yes, but I don't believe that for a second. I think that Naomi has always been her love. She's always been in love with Naomi, maybe platonically, maybe as a friend, maybe as something more, but knowing that her friend, Naomi, knowing that Naomi died, or thinking that Naomi died, that was her last straw. That was like her last person where she was like, what is the purpose of all of this? Obviously she's blaming herself every minute, but now that she knows that Naomi is alive, I think that's a much more difficult situation to be in, because now what do? You know that she's alive and you don't want her to be dead because you just thought that she was dead and it broke you. But what do? There's really not much you can do in terms of courses of action. So very interested to see what Drummer does, if anything at all. So I'm going to get right into this episode. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into episode 10.
You don't have to be here to watch it happen.
I don't look away from what I do.
Kamina.
Captain now. Kamina later.
She's not fucking around. I wonder if she has any tricks up her sleeve. She's in charge of the firing? She's in charge of the gun?
We can't run. We have to...
Sit here and wait to die? Fuck that!
Marco's already tried to destroy this ship once.
He murdered Fred. He started a war. That's why we're here.
Isn't there some other course of action they could take? That's so risky. That's risky for both parties.
Copy that loud and clear, Rocinante.
Because Alex and Bobby could die in the process of trying to rescue Naomi, and then Holden could die trying to cover for them after the fact.
Hang on, Naomi. We're coming.
Crazy. So I guess Holden, they've exhausted all options to the point where they're not going to run, but they're just going to go in guns blazing. I mean, I know that Marco has warships. I know that he has a better weaponry, let's just say. But does he actually? Do they actually have? I know they have 5 ships, but I don't know. I feel like they're like every one ship for, let's say, like Earth or Mars, every one warship that they have equals maybe like 5 or 6 belter ships, because again, belters aren't really trained in this kind of stuff. They're not really military people. They're doing this because they're forced to, yes, and Marco has a vision, but people like Martians, they've been trained their whole life, you know? So I don't know how this is gonna fare. Like, I really can't predict who is going to win. Obviously, I want our homies to win. I want our protagonists to get out of it, but they might be fucked. That's a lot of oxygen lost. Holy shit. She's moving a little bit. So now what? It's like a rendition of the main theme. I love it.
Press course to the center of the formation.
Don't even twitch. Shut up. This won't help your Earther friends. But you know what it will do? Another word and you die.
It's my fucking girl. Come on, let's go.
They're firing at each other. Good, let's help. They're ready to come about.
Wow. I love this stuff. I love it.
No time. This is Jonah. Disengage.
No. No. No! Who? Who did that? Holy shit. Nice. Wow. She's out. She's done.
What the fuck are you doing?
My queen! Drummer! Holy fuck, y'all. The music, oh my god!
Lock on the heavy.
Wow. Y'all, we're only 15 minutes in. Can I just say? God. That wasn't drummers, right? Okay. Whew. Jesus.
Stand down immediately, or we will engage. Acknowledge.
Hold in. This is Jonah.
I got chills. I'm like crying right now. That's crazy. That was so good. Wow. I can't say anything else. I feel like I sound like a stupid idiot just saying, wow, crazy. But I'm like speechless right now. She's so weak. I'm surprised she doesn't have permanent damage from this. And maybe she does. Permanent physical damage. Just from such little oxygen. And also that maneuver in the first place, getting to the ship. What is she doing? She knows they're coming to get her. Oh, she doesn't know what happened though. So she thinks that it's gonna blow up. No fucking way. No. No. That's crazy. It's like muffled in my left ear, like literally how Naomi would be experiencing this. And we're just getting a first-person POV of this. We're not even getting any other angles. Just to see her raw emotions.
I've got her. Moving to rendezvous.
Copy that. On my way.
Wow.
Not sure.
Razorback, I have your visual. Have the auto dock ready. Looks like she's got radiation burns too.
What a warrior.
Alex, reply. Do you read me?
What? How did that happen? How the fuck did that happen? Did he stroke out? Oh my god, what? I know I was talking about, is he dead? How are you gonna cut away from that? That was major.
We were betrayed.
There's no point to anger now. We tried to kill them. We didn't. Does it alter your plan?
You've grown. I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, you've grown to be an emotionless sociopath, just like me. Good job, bro. Good job. You would think that his pensive stares would mean that he's thinking something else, but no, he's always on his dad's side, so they're just like making us believe that maybe he'll have a change of heart.
So where do we go from here?
Luna makes the most sense.
My message. The one I sent before I reached Palace.
I didn't play it. It would have meant you were gone. Wasn't ready to accept that.
I keep thinking of things I wish I'd said before I left. Thank you for the time we were together. And for letting me take my own risks. What we had together, our odd little family on the Rosie, it was good. There will be more wonderful things for you. I will love you, and Amos, and Alex, for as long as I love anything.
That's emotional, man. Oh my god, that's crazy. They haven't seen each other in so long.
There's a place for you if you want it. No thanks.
He's been there, done
It's
that.
fun working with you again. I got my own thing now.
He's got his family. His real family.
But I will have a drink with you.
Oh, shit!
Oh my god. Ah. That's crazy how slow it fell. That's fucking awesome. I know that it's like a given they have less gravity, but that's so cool how it's depicted here. I also can't wait to see the Bobby and Christian reunion. That's a long time coming. There's a lot of reunions happening that are just gonna warm my heart. With only 15 minutes left in the episode, it's like, what is gonna happen to wrap up this Marco storyline?
It's good to see you too, boss.
Oh, he doesn't know? Does he know?
Yeah.
Oh.
Losing a friend.
Making a choice to hold your ground to save your family. As far as last stands go, that's the one I'd pick. He picked it too.
Let's get you settled in.
Actually, I'm gonna need a minute to talk, Captain. Just you and me.
Where's Peaches? Is he gonna talk to him about Peaches and everything that went down? They got a lot of catching up to do, I must say.
You threatened to kill me once.
You mean when the Martians were boarding us? It was a lifetime ago.
Yeah. You lined up on me. You said that you would put me down if I tried. Did you mean that?
I did. But a lot's changed since then.
So, even though you were gonna kill me then, now we got each other's backs, right? There's no hard feelings.
We're family now.
Well, all right.
We're good.
She's gonna ride with us for a little while. She's gonna need a new ID, but I think I got that covered. I know a guy.
He totally tricked him into that. That's so funny. He kind of was just like, yeah, you promised not to kill me that one time, so, you know, we're cool now. So that means I could do anything, and it would be totally acceptable, totally fine. Including bringing a prisoner on trial, not even on trial, in prison for murder. I hope this has a good ending. We still need to get this Marco situation wrapped up, because is he going to bleed into season 6? Is that how season 6 is going to start? Still, with the threat of Marco? Because that's how we were brought into this season.
Ma'am?
Excuse me. It suits you.
Ma'am, I heard about your husband. I am truly sorry.
He would have been happy
She
to know
talked
that
to
you
him.
were at
She
my
knew
side.
him.
Allow me to introduce former MMC, Gunnery Sergeant Roberta Draper.
Interesting that she's wearing red, a Martian color, and Bobby's wearing blue, what is perceived to be like an Earth color, during their reunion. Kristen looks great. This might be one of her best looks of the whole show.
This is what Marco Inaros hates.
Unity and peace. If anything, the crew of the Rocinante is representative of that.
We didn't destroy all of the Zemea's torpedoes. We missed one.
Right?
It looks like the Rossi lost.
Oh, the proto-molecule! I was right!
Come with me and don't make a fuss of it.
Y'all, this needs to... There's 10 minutes left. It's giving me so much anxiety because I know that this is gonna be a major cliffhanger. I totally forgot. With all this happening, I totally forgot about the proto-molecule on the Zemea. Or on the torpedo from the Zemea. What the fuck?
We lost the Cybermatha.
It looks like several of them were previously reported lost by the MCRN in engagements with Inaro's forces.
Oh my god.
There's a possibility the sample wasn't destroyed with the Zemea.
Oh my
Why would
god.
Martians take proto-molecule through the ring after what it did on Ilus?
Maybe they know something we don't.
Yeah, why would they? What's the use? What's the purpose? So obviously they're in cahoots with the Belters. Obviously that one guy that we were introduced to for that one episode, Sovatier, was that his name? Sovatier? Obviously he's corrupt.
Admiral Duarte,
Oh,
I
him.
would like to
Yeah.
extend our congratulations.
This is to confirm that the sample arrived safely. We are already seeing beautiful results. I am confident that the structures are
Oh
stable
my
and,
God.
I believe, still intact.
Ring transit in 3, 2, 1.
What? 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 That was like the smoke monster from Lost. Don't tell me that's the end of the season. Please, God. You know, that's fucked up. To end it like that? Sorry. I'm gonna need to take a second to really process everything that happened there, because those last 15 minutes, like, I thought I was doing fine with, understanding it. I had no problem. But, the intensity, things that went down, the first 15 minutes were so intense, and then it kind of reached a climax, a resolution point. And then I was like, well, there still has to be resolution with the whole Marco situation. And then they just kept on, dropping information on us in those last 15 minutes. I'm going to need a second to process that and actually formulate my thoughts here. So I will be back in about 2 minutes. I just need to collect myself. Okay. So I don't even know, how do you even process what happened there at the end? I assume that the Barkeith, right? That was the Barkeith, was Emily and the other guy on it forget his name, they're dead. They were dismantled by what looked like the same stuff. At first I thought they were going into some type of like black hole, like some other dimension, but then that smoke started appearing, and it was like that scene, I think it was in the beginning of the season with Fred and Holden kind of like visualizing everything. I think I used it as one of my thumbnails. I'm not sure actually, where it almost looked like fire just like zooming across the screen, if I remember correctly. And that's exactly what it looked like when it was kind of dismantling the Barkeith. So that has to be the not the protomolecule, that has to be whatever wiped out the protomolecule builders, right? Because that's what Holden was telling Fred. That's what Holden was trying to explain to Fred in the beginning of the season, saying they're angry for some reason. We don't know why, but we're pissing them off. And maybe going through the ring, trying to regulate it, trying to do all that, going through the ring like that, proved to be deadly for them. Now, clearly we saw with Cortazar, I mean, holy shit, that's what's been going on this whole season, I guess, or at least what now that we know has been going on, period, is Cortazar is on another planet. I forget the name of it. Something, Laconia, is that the name of the people? Yeah, right? They said something with Laconia. So Cortazar is on a planet in whatever system. Was Laconia the name of the ring? The Laconia ring? I think it was. But anyways, they're on this planet that has advanced protomolecule technology, which is insane. So did that that obviously had to have happened, or no, maybe it didn't happen after the Zemea sample got released. Maybe it happened before that, because Cortazar technically had that knowledge, and Cortazar was working with certain people to give them that knowledge of the protomolecule. I mean, having Cortazar was basically like having the protomolecule, because he had knowledge of it and how it worked. So if they found it on another planet, he would be the person to analyze it, dissect it, and really interpret it. So that's, I guess, why he was there. I mean, this opens up so many things need to go down in season 6 now that we know. Obviously, we knew that the Belters and the Martians were in cahoots with each other, but we didn't know what how the Martians were benefiting from this, right? So if I'm analyzing this correctly, it would be that in return, you know, for stealth tech for the Belters to get their thing going, since they couldn't go through the ring, obviously the Belters, that wasn't an option for them, so they wanted to get their own free navy and do what they want to do, essentially, right? That was like the name of the game this entire season. That was what they were all about, is just independence and being able to just choose what they want to do. If they want to go through the belt, fuck, like they're gonna go through the belt. I mean, not the belt, the ring. So what makes me nervous now that that is happening is the fact that Cortazar is obviously alive, obviously well. He's in his element on that planet, which is the most dangerous and scary scenario that we could have imagined, because we didn't even want him. He was locked in a cubicle. I mean, this guy was spouting some crazy shit about the protomolecule. That guy, he knows some shit. So we got him on some planet operating with some faction of Mars. I don't believe that this is Mars as a whole. I don't believe that it was all of Mars. It was the Laconia, I guess you could say, faction. I don't know if faction is the proper term to describe it, because I know that Belters have factions and whatnot. Would that, I guess that would be the proper term, the Laconia faction. And then what was he talking about? He was talking about studying that thing in the sky, talking about controls. What does that mean for the future? What does that mean for the future of the show? Like, what's going to go down in season 6 now? That's deadly. I mean, they're obviously pissed off, the things that killed the protomolecule builders, but why? Why were they so mad? We still have not gotten that essential question. And maybe it'll be such a mindfuck thing that it's like right in front of our faces the whole time. Maybe it's that, like, you know, You know, for humans, we've become too smart for our own good. We've literally done everything that we've been able to access, you know, space and build spaceships and go to other planets, go to other solar systems now. So maybe that's kind of like the universe's way of saying you're advancing too far past your own capability as human beings. Like you're stepping into alien territory here that you're not even fully aware of. You can't even truly understand. So maybe that's their way of being like, you're too smart for us, or you're too smart for your own good. It's obviously proving deadly, so let's wipe you out. I can't even think of any other reason why they would want to wipe out the builders or anybody who has the proto-molecule. Maybe something else bad happened with it and how it was used, and whenever it detects a threat like that, it just wipes them out. Because clearly humans, we've seen used it for both, mostly bad, actually, I should say. Really not good. They've just used it for bad things. So maybe it was used for a good goal, but it was used in a bad way. But we really haven't seen it used for good things. So maybe that's the threat. That's the reason why the builders, or the thing that wiped out the builders, maybe that's why they're so angry. I have no idea. I really have no idea. So I don't even know how to comprehend that fully, because I haven't read the book, so I feel like I'm not understanding the technology, maybe. I'm not understanding actually how everything went down, because it was just thrown at me in the course of 10-15 minutes. So maybe I'm not analyzing that correctly, but I don't think it was fully Mars. I think it was just that faction, the Laconia, whatever they were talking about. So, but why though? Like, why? Was it just for control? They just wanted to take the proto-molecule, study it on a different planet, and make sure that Earth didn't go through the ring and go to that other planet to stop them? Is that correct? Is that right to say? That's what it seemed like was happening. That was like the exchange that was going down between the Belters, and like that was their deal. And it ended up in fucking chaos. Now we have Cortazar, his own planet, studying the proto-molecule, and that is going to be a shit show. I mean, humans continue to prove time and time again that the proto-molecule is not the threat to humanity, but humans are the threat to humanity. So maybe, again, the thing that wiped out the proto-molecule builders, maybe that's the reason why. Maybe the proto-molecule builders were too smart for their own good, and they ended up fucking themselves over too, and they just needed to be wiped out. So, in other news, both satisfied and dissatisfied at some of the events that happened, because I'm very satisfied with the way that Karal was taken out. I'm not sure what her name is. I'm so sorry. I don't know the names of the people in Drummer's crew. So glad that she was the one to take out Karal, though. That was a very nice death. Like a very satisfying death, I should say. Not nice, but satisfying. So Drummer got like partial revenge. We didn't get the Marco storyline closed up because it is going to be carried into season 6. But we got some incredible performance from Kara G, or G, not sure how to pronounce it, but she's incredible. I can't say enough good things about her. She really shined this episode, and I'm glad that she somewhat got some revenge. I mean, she orchestrated this thing happening, killing Karal, taking over the ship, killing 2 other ships, right? Or blowing up 2 other ships, thus alerting the Rocinante and giving them that extra kick, and Alex and Bobby too, I should say. Giving them that extra advantage, I should say. So she orchestrated the coup. I didn't think that it was going to happen, but it was easy as that. She orchestrated that, and then Alex and Bobby ended up, Naomi ended up doing that leap of faith, and she was praying that Alex would see her. She was like, I'm sorry for calling you an idiot, I think she said at one point. And then Bobby was actually the one that ended up seeing her. And if it hadn't been lit up, if she hadn't seen some type of light reflecting off of her, she wouldn't have seen Naomi. So she got her. That was a crazy scene. The rescue scene was just crazy, very emotional. I was really holding back tears because the performance by Naomi, I think that she has acted the shit out of this season, and she deserves any award that you could possibly give her. Give it to fucking Dominique Tipper, because crazy. I mean, I felt like I was in that situation, and I was out of oxygen, basically gonna die, spinning in the middle of space. It reminded me of that movie Gravity with Sandra Bullock. Worst fear. Not that that would ever be a rational fear of something that would happen to me, but that is scary. That is so scary because you just start drifting, lonely, nobody out there. But Bobby ended up rescuing her, and just like the way that they filmed it too was really cool because they took the camera and they set it on Naomi, so you really were forced to go through this experience, this rescue, through Naomi's perspective, and just the change of emotions and absolute devastation, absolute giving up, and then you just hear Bobby coming through. If you wore headphones during that scene, that was crazy because you almost heard Bobby like behind you and coming around, and she saved you. And even when she saved you, we still are set on Naomi's perspective and how her emotions change through that, and just the relief that fills her face. Incredibly done, really well shot. This season, I feel like the budget just gets bigger and better every season, and it's very evident even in the battle scenes when, like, I can't say enough good things about the technical aspects of this show. So I'll leave it at that, and then we'll get back into what I was talking about, which was Naomi. She gets rescued, and then Alex dies. So I was wondering how they were gonna let that actor go. I didn't know that they were gonna do it now. I thought they were gonna save it for season 6 and just explain his absence as, you know, him going back to his wife, maybe his kid, patching things up there. But that he actually died. I was not expecting that. He stroked out, and they explained it like that, and, you know, they're probably never going to talk about it again. They had a few things that led up to it, though. I feel like Alex was very focused on, you know, we're a family, we're going to save you, Naomi. I'm willing to do anything to save you. Like, not listening to Bobby. He was even ignoring Bobby's thoughts and opinions. He was like, we have to save her. She's family. So Amos even said it this episode, like, he was willing to go out and sacrifice himself to save his family. Amos would have done the same, and it's a very honorable way to go out. So I'm glad that he went out like that, and it was just quick, it was easy, and it sucks. It sucks that he had to go out as a character, and then just the situation that is happening with him in real life. The whole situation is just messy, and it sucks for the show and all the other people on the show, because he was a great character. So it sucks that it was such a great character had to go out that way because of what is going on. Another funny scene was Amos. Speaking of Amos, that other scene with him and Holden, where he basically was like, yeah, you remember when you were going to kill me and you didn't? And you fully intended to kill me? Well, you know, how do you feel about me now? And Holden was like, we're family. And then Amos was just like, okay, so now that we're family and I know that you love me, I'm actually going to bring a convicted killer onto our ship if that's okay with you. And Holden was just like, okay, I guess I have to accept this. That was just a funny scene. Amos has really come a long way since the beginning of the show, I think. I enjoy the fact that Peaches is coming along with them now, because I was wondering where she would go in all of this. I was wondering if she would just stay back, or, you know, I just didn't know if Amos was just going to have his little family storyline with the Rocinante without her. But I think after the development of their relationship this season, it's nice that they get sent off together and she's going to be included in that, because I didn't think that she was really going to be a main character, but it seems like going into season 6, her and Amos, they're just like that, and she's going to be one of the main focuses of season 6, or just included in it. So another MVP that I feel like I haven't talked about in a while was Monica. She's fucking awesome. I hope that she stays on like well into season 6. Nothing bad happens to her. She's also strengthened up a little bit. I think being on the front lines really made her realize that this is not something to just report on. This isn't something that is just so blasé. I don't know what the word is, but she's really forced to be aware. Being on the front line, she's forced to be aware of what actually goes down. And these aren't just stories that she just reports on now. They are experiences. So really cool. Only other thought that I have is, what is going on? Explain to me the protomolecule situation without spoiling what goes on in the last book, or what is going to go down in the last season. because the only thing I know about season 6 is that it's ending. It's going to end in a satisfying way because apparently the next book takes place 30 years later. So they're either going to age up the cast 30 years, which I think is kind of crazy, but I guess that would be good for all the OG viewers of The Expanse, or they get an older cat. They're stopping it at 6, but maybe there's going to be extra content, movies and whatever for us to enjoy after it's over. But I just want to know, so the Zemea's torpedo that I correctly predicted had the protomolecule on it, where is that? Is that what was being launched through? Did that get launched through the ring? I'm sorry if I was talking over it or I didn't fully understand it, but obviously that wouldn't be enough time for it to get to wherever Cortazar was and be on there, because Cortazar just had his knowledge and he was studying the protomolecule there, which obviously he woke something up, pissed it off because it destroyed the Barkeith. So it's just depressing. It's depressing what Mars now has to do because, and I even said it. I said it when the ring gates opened. I said the dream of Mars is dead. So what are Martians gonna do now? They have no choice but to do like irrational things like this. And I'm not speaking for all of Mars because this is not all of Mars. But just like the Belt has factions, and some of them are terrorist factions, Mars has very similar factions who have corrupt motivations and motivations that don't align with the good rationales of the rest of the population of Mars. So I think that's the case with the Lucaria, right? Laconia? I'm going to shut up, and I actually really look forward to reading your comments on this one because I want to understand enough about what went down with Mars and the Belt so that I'm the most informed going into season 6. So yeah, I'm going to shut up. Overall, incredible season, 10 out of 10. This might have been my favorite season so far. This, I think, was my favorite season so far. All of my favorites, I think, had like such breakout moments in this season. Drummer, Christian. Bobby took a little bit of a backseat, but that's okay. She's still one of my faves. She's my fave for rescuing Naomi. Naomi came up there. I remember Naomi, I didn't really like her in season 1 because I didn't have her full background. I didn't have her full story. And because this season gave me that context and gave me that thing that I needed to really complete her character arc, I'm fully on board the Naomi train now. She's definitely in my top 3 favorite characters. And Amos. So yeah, and that might change going into season 6. Who knows? But they had absolute incredible performances. So I'm curious to see what you guys think. Again, I don't know how much longer we have to wait for the next season, but hopefully it's not over a year because of COVID and stuff, because I can't wait. So I'm probably going to end up doing a rewatch before going into season 6. So yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching. Check out my other reactions if you have not already, and I will see you guys for season 6. All right, bye guys.